As mentioned on previous videos, there are two ways that you can effectively incorporate an exchange into your degree programme. They are the two 120 credit level 5 modules that we offer through this office. They are WB5007, the International Exchange module for a full academic year, and WB5008, the Study Abroad Experience. These two modules are effectively exactly the same, except for the fact that one takes place as your second year of study, and one takes place in addition to your second year of study as an additional third year of a 4-year programme. There are pros and cons to each of these modules, which I will endeavour to explain briefly but concisely now. WB5007, which is the module that replaces your second year, as we've said before, is 120 credits. That means you must take at least the equivalent of 120 credits whilst you're overseas in order to pass this module. The problem with this module is that should you fail to pass everything that you take whilst overseas to the equivalent of 120 credits, you effectively fail your second year and have to retake your second year of study when you return to Chester. This has the effect of extending your course by an extra year by default. Another issue with WB5007 that you need to be very aware of is that during the application phase, which is already very involved anyway, you have to map all the courses that you wish to take at your host institution across to the equivalent subject here at Chester. This is to ensure that during your second year you are not missing out on any of the tuition that you would otherwise receive in preparation for your final year. To do so will have very grave consequences for your final year if you take a subject which has preparatory learning during your second year. WB5008, on the other hand, is a module that is run in addition to your second year. Therefore, you don't have all the pressure associated with WB5007 in terms of mapping across the modules that you would take, but also you don't have any of the pressure of needing to pass the year in order to progress into your final year. Now clearly we don't want to encourage people not to pass their year overseas. However, this lack of pressure on you will make what is already potentially a stressful situation much easier to deal with. You'll need to make your choice in regards to whether you wish to pursue WB5007 or WB5008 relatively early on in the application cycle, so it is very worthwhile discussing this with your programme leader and your head of department in advance of starting your application in earnest. For more information, you can always email studyabroad@chester.ac.uk, and indeed, when you go through the first initial application cycle, we will give you more information in order to best inform your final decision.